one of the saddest things to me that ever happened was I met and attracted and ruined a relationship with a beautiful professional model from France. She was a supermodel, traveled the world. She would do gigs in Miami and Thailand and Hollywood, and she was all over the place, Cape Town. And she was from France originally, but lived and worked in London. And she had a side gig in London, working in like a high-end nightclub as the door girl. So it was a couple of hours in the evening, but it paid her a lot of money, and she was a hot model. And I think in between jobs, it's good for them to have some kind of other income going on. And my friend dared me to go and meet her and attract her. So I walk up to this model in the middle of a Tower Records, which is like a music shop, which don't really have them anymore, but it was a great place to go and meet women. And my friend was like, you need to go and do this. So I ran up and spoke to this girl, and we spoke for like 2 hours. And me and this girl really hit it off. Like, we were super into each other. And I knew that I had to kind of like play it cool. There's that old phrase, right? Play it cool, and treat him mean, keep him keen, all these kind of like phrases that everyone has. And I was, still learning the dating thing. I wasn't yet an expert, and I wanted to do that. It was the first model that I'd ever met. And so what I did was I made a point that I was only going to visit her at work for like half an hour, once a week. And I did it on my way to go out to nightclubs. So I would meet her for half an hour, sit and chat to her, and then I'd go off to the nightclub. And I never thought of the impact of what I was doing to this other person. To me, I was just going to hang out with her because she was really, really beautiful and we got on really, really well. But I didn't take it past that. I never escalated. I never pushed for a date or for sex. And I would just go and see her and then leave. Well, it turns out that girl would work for 2-3 hours more after I left. And she didn't really love the job. It was fine, but she didn't really like it. So what ended up happening was she would then think about me for the next 2.5 hours every week. And I'd forgotten about her because I just pop in, say hi, hang out with her for half an hour, have a really good conversation and leave, but leave her thinking about me. And so after about 6 months of this, she's like, hey, I just want to let you know I won't be here next week. I'm going back to France. I'm like, oh my God. And suddenly I realized that I haven't pushed for a date or done anything. And I was like, we should go to dinner. We should go out. And she looks at me and she says, I've been waiting for you for 6 months to invite me out for dinner or a date. And she's like, and I know that you are meeting other people. I know that you're having casual sex with everyone. I know that you're in open relationships and you're fucking all these other people. Fuck you. I was like, what? Like, it was like complete change, really violent. And she's like, what is wrong with me that you don't want me, but you're fine with everyone else? 6 months I've waited for you to do something, and now you wait until I leave? I really like you. Fuck you, get out of my life. And it hit me hard. Like, it was one of the worst things anyone's ever said, like the worst rejection I'd ever got. And it wasn't because I did something wrong, it's because I didn't do something right. And years later, I reanalyzed this interaction, like, what did I do wrong? Like, how did I not make the decision to do that? And the reason I didn't was because I was trying to play it perfectly, and I played it so perfectly, it was terrible and the worst thing I could ever have done. And it shows you the danger in playing games. You don't want to play games. You want to just be real and authentic and genuine. That's what works. And it took me a long time to realize that, to move away from this concept of playing a game to try and generate attraction. But I lost her because I didn't do anything. Because what happened here was the girl was more invested in me than I was into her, and that's why she liked me so much. Because real attraction isn't the investment we have for other people, it's the investment they have into us. This is why it really creeps people out when, if you want to attract somebody, you send them flowers, send them chocolates, text them all the time, ask them how they are, and offer to do things for them. It doesn't attract them because that's you putting investment in. And the more you invest in them, the more you like them, not the more they like you. In fact, Benjamin Franklin said, if you want someone to like you, get them to do you a favor. Because when we start helping people is when we start caring for them. And you can think about this with like a puppy, right? If I take a puppy and give it to you and let you hold it for half an hour and then I walk away and take the puppy away, it's like, okay, whatever. But if I say, hey, can you look after this puppy for a little while? And you look after it for 6 months, and then I come and say, okay, I need to take the puppy, suddenly it's a lot harder to give away the puppy. That was actually a plot of a Friends episode. But it's because human beings, we fall in love with our own investment. And it actually triggers a chemical reaction. The more we work to help other people, the more we like that person. And so if you really want to understand how attraction works, it isn't about what you do for others. It's about observing other people doing things for you. And a large part of generating attraction is giving people, empowering people with the ability to do things for you. That doesn't mean becoming completely reliant on somebody else. That also doesn't mean trying to trick people into doing things for you. It just means giving them an opportunity to be able to do something for you. And then if they choose to take that decision, you know they're going to start liking you. And the more they do it, the more they like you. And then it's about knowing that you've got to do stuff for them as well, unlike me with the girl from France. Otherwise, you won't care about them. Because I didn't put really any attention into that girl from France except popping in on the way to a nightclub, which was like a half hour out of my time, but it was really only like a 30-second detour in reality to just visit her place. I just never thought about her. I went through 6 days out of the week not thinking about her at all. And on the 7th day, the only thing I thought is, oh, I should pop in and chat to this girl for half an hour. Whereas she was spending hours thinking about me every time I popped in, and then looking at me on Facebook, wondering why I never reached out, seeing me taking pictures with other girls, not with her. And that's how people drive themselves crazy. That's why you can't get over an ex, because you keep thinking about them, and you're building that investment more and more and more. It makes you care about them more. So real attraction comes from getting investment from others. I had a girl that I dated once. She would keep a bag of laundry and bring it with her when she went to visit her mum. And I was like, why'd you do that? She goes, my mum likes doing my laundry. And I was like, there's no way your mum likes doing your laundry. She goes, well, she doesn't, but here's the thing. My mum always says to me, is there anything I can do for you? And I don't need my mum to do anything for me because I'm completely self-reliant. So what I do is I bring a bag of laundry and I say, actually, mum, you know what? I've got some dirty laundry in the back of the car. I was like, doesn't your mum ever question why you would keep a bag of dirty laundry in the back of the car? She's like, mum's never asked, but it stopped a lot of awkward conversations because when my mum wasn't doing anything for me, she felt like I didn't love her anymore. So she's like, so I realized I had to have something I could give her to do so she could feel like she loved me. And so that's one of the big things that I want to get you guys to understand. You need to have some kind of weakness. You need to have some kind of ability for someone to be able to help you. I remember the day that a girl fell mad in love. There was a girl I dated for many, many years. And the day she fell in love with me was the day that we went to buy bed sheets together. She came to my bed and she's like, you don't have good bed sheets. We need to buy you good bed sheets. I was like, what do you mean? She goes, we have sex all the time and I hate your bed sheets. You need to buy real bed sheets. So we went bed sheet shopping and I grabbed a duvet and some pillows that matched it. And she's like, they're decorative. I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, yeah, they're decorative. That's a decorative duvet and decorative pillows. You can't sleep on those. I was like, you mean to tell me there is a duvet and pillows and I can't sleep on them? And she's like, oh my God. And she span in a circle and she goes, I love you. And it was like, she said, I love you in the middle of like a department store. And I was like, I don't know why you love me right now, but this is really strange. You love me because I was gonna use decorative pillows to sleep on. They're really expensive. If I'm spending this much money on pillows, why can't I sleep on them? And she just was cracking up. And I was like being very serious. But it's because she realized like I needed her help. Like there was something she could do for me that I just didn't understand, which is that there are 2 types of pillows and covers, which I now know. And that you have to get sleeping ones and the pretty ones when the parents come over. But I didn't know this. But that's what made her fall in love. And I've learned in relationships to allow people to do things for me. Being completely self-reliant isn't actually attractive because it makes people not realize that they're needed. They need to feel needed. They need to feel like there is something that they can do for you. And so you have to have this opening that lets them do that. And that's really what makes a huge impact on making them fall in love with you, is their investment. Likewise, get it out of your head that there are things you can do to make someone love you. Because anything you do to make someone love you will just make you love them. And it's the exact opposite of what you want to be doing. And the easiest way to trigger investment is to just be this person that's so attractive that people want to go and hang out with them because you look like fun to be around, and let them put the effort in. They put the effort in to hang out with you. They put the effort in to talk to you. They put the effort in to talk to you about the things you love. I'm a nerd. I play Dungeons & Dragons. I play Warhammer 40,000. I'm an absolute nerd. And my girlfriend, oh yeah, dude, like.
You play, sorry.
Go for it.
Sorry, no, you said Warhammer 40,000. I was like, wait a minute, I don't know many people who play that game.
Dude, I used to work for GW in the UK. Yeah, like I'm a hardcore Warhammer 40,000. I have a YouTube channel dedicated to Warhammer 40,000. We upload a video every week. We're filming one live on Tuesday. Like,
What is this channel?
yeah, it's called Knights at the Game Table. NIGHTS at the Game Table. But yeah, we play Warhammer 40,000 every Tuesday, and we upload it every Thursday-ish, depending on the edit. But like we have a Warhammer channel dedicated to one. You think that's impressive? You saw Eve that was in here? If you met Eve in a nightclub, what army do you think should play in Warhammer? Because you wouldn't, right?
No.
Eve plays Necrons. She's currently undefeated on our channel, completely undefeated. She's not just a good Necron player, she is like almost tournament level professional Warhammer player.
Good for her, but also Necrons are dirty cheaters.
Necrons are dirty cheaters, yeah, especially in 8th edition. But the point is, so you see how, this is very important, you see how we instantly connect on the fact that we have commonality. This is huge. We've built an instant connection. Like, of everyone here now, I know I'm probably gonna end up speaking to this guy more than anyone else, because I know that when I'm not teaching, Warhammer takes up a large part of my life because I have a business based around Warhammer. So I have a whole, so that interests me as well, not just the fact that it's a hobby, but my girlfriend plays, both my girlfriends play, my kids play, like it's what we do at home. We sit and play Warhammer, which for those of you guys that don't know is a tactical war game. So you have two armies and you fight against each other and roll dice and see what happens. So we love playing Warhammer, but the point is, my girls, they use Warhammer as a way of connecting with me. So they put time and energy into playing the game, and that's their investment in me. So actually, Warhammer serves to actually strengthen our bond. And my Eve this year was not pregnant. Last year she was pregnant. This year she was not pregnant. And she came with me to Adepticon, which is one of the largest Warhammer conventions in America. And she flew out there with me. She arranged all the hotels. She arranged all the tickets. She put in all the effort to set it up. And then to go one step further, she'd been saving money from my bank account for me. And so when I turned up at Adepticon, I always feel bad about buying stuff, but I want to buy stuff because I'm at a giant convention. And she handed me a check of $5,000 and was like, I've been saving this for a year because I know you want to do it. She's like, go wild. That's completely guilt-free spending. Enjoy it. And it was like that's like a nerd's dream. Like to be given $5,000, and she literally said, you do not have to save any of that. Like, spend it. And I went nuts. I was like, I'm buying that, I'm buying that, I'm buying that. She's like, I've never seen you this happy in your life. I'm like, are you kidding me? That I'm buying this, I'm buying this. I was so excited, and everything there's like $100 or $200. I bought everything. It was like the best experience. And she's like, we need to do this every year. She goes, I didn't realize how happy this would make you. And that's her investing in me. It was my money, but she put it to one side and saved up a budget for me. And because she's great like that. And then like my other girlfriend, Brooke, our girlfriend, tomorrow is set an alarm to jump on the computer for Gen Con, because Gen Con events go live tomorrow. We've already got tickets for another event, but the events go live tomorrow at noon, and you have about 12 seconds to buy all the tickets you want to buy before they sell out, and Brooke will be doing that tomorrow to grab that for me. So what I'm saying is, that is other people investing in me, but that helps build my attraction from them. So you need to have something that enables people to invest in you to really build attraction for you. And sometimes that's as simple as you have a unique hobby that they want to get involved with to show their love for you. And the more they do that, don't feel guilty, because the more they do it, the more they're going to love you. But you've also got to do the same for them. So Eve loves photography and she loves art. And so I put time and energy into that. And that's that thoughtful thing. By being thoughtful, I'm investing in her, and I do extra things for her. Last night, we came to Vegas, and me and Ryan went out in the evening, and on the way home, I swung by a Walgreens, a pharmacy. I went in, I bought a bunch of candles and lighters, and missed a bubble. And Ryan was like, that's a bit weird, like, why are you doing that? And I was like, well, me and Eve have a routine every night. We get into a bath together, and we sit and decompress over the day. And now we're in Vegas, we can't do that unless I buy these things. We could have a bath, but it wouldn't be a big bubble bath with candles. And so now we have the ability to do the thing that we always do. And that's for her. She enjoys that. That means something to her. She told me when we first started dating that she never really bathes with anyone, even when she dates them, and that she really liked that I would go in there. And I don't just bathe with her. I'll like wash her and scrub her feet and stuff, and it makes her feel pampered. And it's me investing in her, but it makes me love her more. And so that's the key thing. Even though she enjoys being pampered, it's that thoughtfulness that actually makes me like her more. So as happy as I was to spend all the money at the event, that didn't make me love her more. I really appreciated it, but I loved the event. But it made her love me more because she put the time and energy in, and she saw how rewarded she was by seeing how happy I am, and vice versa. And once you understand that model of attraction, meeting and attracting people becomes much easier, because then you realize it's not what you do for them, it's what they do for you. Make sense? Cool.